In this video, I'm checking off some books on my 2023 goal list. Stay tuned. What's going on, comic friends? It's Ryan the Colossus Collector, and thank you once again for stopping by my channel. In today's video, I'm going to take you through a haul that I recently got in the mail. Some really nice Silver Age and Bronze Age books, a few Copper Age books as well, and some keys. And some of these books are actually on my 2023 comic goals list and my 2023 side quest list. So really happy to get the chance to check those off the list for the year. But before I get into the books, I'd just like to take a moment to ask you to please like and comment on this video, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you to everyone who already does. The support means a lot. It goes such a long way to growing the channel. So really appreciate that. So now let's get into some books. So before I get into the books, just want to shout out a few of the sellers that I got these from. Caveman Sean and Miss T over at Comic Cave Canada and whatnot. I talk about them all the time. They're great sellers, great place to buy books. As well as Christian over at Elvin's Comics on Instagram. Love his live sales, been buying from him since I got started with comics. And a lot of the books today are from him. As well as A1 Comics on Instagram. Love their live sales. Always a great variety of books, and I've been a long-time buyer from them as well. So those are the three sellers that I'd love to shout out and say thank you to for some of the books in this video. All right, so starting up first, we've got Warlock number 10. So really nice Warlock book going towards my Warlock run. It's in great condition. I believe it's a VF near mint minus, according to Christian over at Elvin's. Looks great, beautiful book. Origin of Thanos story. I was really happy to get that one. Next up, we've got X-Men number 78. This is, of course, a reprint. It's part of the gap between X-Men 66 and X-Men 94, when they were reprinting stories from the original 1 to 66 run of X-Men, and just part of building that 1 to 300 run. Beautiful copy of this X-Men reprint, number 78. All right, next up we've got X-Men number 81, and this is another one of those Silver Age reprints. Just a really nice cover. It's very similar from the original one. I forget the number. Just this one has a white background, whereas the original story, the original issue had a green background. Have that one. Now I got the reprint. Nice to get number 81 into the PC and into the run. Okay, and then another Silver Age X-Men book, but this is the original story, Re-Enter the Mimic, number 27. Really nice condition, nice presenting copy. Happy to get this one. It's just so cool to have the original Silver Age X-Men books. Privileged to be able to collect them and to preserve them for who knows how long. So really happy to get this one. This one also came from Caveman Sean over at Comic Cave Canada. Happy to buy this one. All right, so the next one is a 7.5 X-Men 66, and this book, of course, is the very last original story in the Silver Age X-Men run. After this book, they went into those reprints, as I was showing you just before this, and it wouldn't be until Giant Size X-Men 1 and issue number 94 of Uncanny X-Men where original stories would pick back up, and that would kick off the Claremont era and the new all different X-Men team. So this is a pretty important book, a pretty iconic book. Beautiful cover. I mean, the art is amazing. That kind of carnival background. With the Hulk and the team fighting the Hulk. It's just an amazing book. Presents super well. Got this on Heritage Auctions, and I just want to say if you're not familiar with heritage auctions, it can be a really, really great place to buy keys, buy more expensive books at bargain prices. Sometimes books just don't sell for fair market value on there. And if you got the money and you're educated on the books and the value of the books, you really can get on there and get some really great deals, either for your PC or even just to flip books. The only thing you always have to remember on there is that they have a buyer's premium, which is, I don't know the percentage off the top of my head. It's somewhere in the 15 to 20% range. So you always got to add that on to the price of the book. So when a book does sell on there and it looks like it's selling for cheap, you do have to keep in mind there is that buyer's premium. But even sometimes with that premium, you could still get a book well under fair market value. So it's a great place to hunt. I don't buy from there too often because it's generally for buying bigger books. But you can get some pretty screaming deals on even lower books. Like this book valued kind of in the $150 to $200 range currently, and yeah, I got this one for a really good deal, way under fair market value. So definitely a place I would recommend to, get on their comic book auctions, which generally are on Sunday and Monday nights. You can do it through their app or their website, and always got really beautiful books, and sometimes you can get a really good deal if you got the money to shell out for it. So definitely something I recommend for collectors or even resellers. All right, so now we're getting into some of those books on my side quest list and on my comic goals list. So this one is Iron Man 282, and this, of course, is the first appearance of War Machine. I mean, such a cool cover. Really just have been wanting this for that cover. I mean, it's just such a killer book with that pink spray paint of War Machine over the Iron Man logo, the kind of black shadowy look of War Machine. It's just a really killer cover, but also a cool key. So definitely one that I've just had my eye on and wanted to add to that side quest list. An attainable book, and this one's in pretty good shape. I don't know, it's probably like a 9.2, 9.4. Would actually like to get this in 9.8, but for the time being, this is a pretty cool book to get. Next up, we've got The Amazing Spider-Man 361, and this, of course, is the first appearance of Carnage. I mean, iconic Spider-Man villain. This is a great book to get if you want to get the first appearance of a real iconic Spider-Man villain without having to go deep into the Silver Age. This is an attainable Spider-Man villain first appearance, an iconic villain, one that's maybe you could argue other than Venom in a lot of ways has surpassed a lot of those Silver Age villains. Probably not Green Goblin, obviously, but I would, put him in the same class of like a Doc Ock and an Electro and a Kraven. Like he's become quite popular with how popular symbiotes have become in comics. So really cool to get this one, a nice attainable book for my PC. This one's not quite a 9.8 either. I'd love to get this in a 9.8. But it's very high grade still, and eventually I'll upgrade it to the 9.8. So this next book I have on my comic goals list. It marks the fourth book on that list that I get to check off. I got this on an A1 Comics live sale, and this is a 5.0 cream to off-white pages Marvel Premiere #1, and this is, of course, the first appearance of Adam Warlock as Adam Warlock in that name. His first self-titled book, and just a really beautiful cover. I've just loved this book ever since I first saw it, and I've wanted it. Last year, prices on this were really crazy high, and as the market's gone down, it's really kind of cooled off a bit. It's at a price point right now where it's really quite affordable for me, and this was a good deal on this book. I kind of just jumped on it, but to be honest, I really want a higher grade book. I feel like I could get a higher grade than a 5.0. So I thought about it, but still the price is right, and I pulled the trigger. Then within weeks, I'm on Elving Comics live sale, and this book pops up. The same one, Marvel Premiere 1, only this one is in a VF grade. It presents nicer. So I pulled the trigger on this one too. So now I have two of them. I think my plan here is that I'm gonna get the raw one graded, get that higher grade, and then probably sell the 5.0. It's just, I'm really excited to have this book. It's an incredible cover. It is one of the most important Warlock keys. I mean, other than his first appearance in Thor, it's really the most iconic Adam Warlock key there is. I guess you can make an argument to his cameo appearance in Fantastic Four, but in terms of covers with him on it, this is maybe the second most sought after one, and really just excited to have this one, and personally my favorite cover with Adam Warlock. So really excited to get it. Was really excited to upgrade so quickly after buying the slab copy. Super excited. Nice to check that one off the list, and looking forward to sending it off to CGC and getting this one graded. So that's my big comic haul for this week. Some beautiful Silver Age, Bronze Age books, some great keys, some great Copper Age books. Really excited to get a bunch of check marks on my 2023 goal list and my 2023 side quest list. Really excited to get all these books in. They're all books that I wanted and I've been hunting for, so it was an exciting opportunity to show you them all today on this video. And before I go, I just wanted to give everybody a heads up that in the coming weeks, I'm looking to do my very first live claim sale. I'm going to do it both on YouTube and on my IG at Colossus Collector on Instagram, so that give everybody who follows me and watches my content the opportunity to participate, regardless of what platform you're on. I will have more details in the future. I haven't picked a date or a time or anything like that. I'll definitely give a good runway to everybody so that they can know when it's happening and hopefully plan to be there. I'll definitely market it on both here on my channel and on IG. But just want to give you guys a heads up. I just have a lot of books that I've accumulated over the course of my young collecting journey over the last year and a bit, that I'm looking back on now and thinking, I probably didn't need to buy that. Although I love all the books I have and I want to just hoard them all, I feel like this could be a good opportunity to get rid of some books that aren't necessarily super important to me, that I don't necessarily need right now, and possibly can help me fund some of my big boy books that I really want to get in the coming year. You hear it all the time, get the hobby to fund itself. I haven't quite gotten to that point in my collecting journey, but definitely think this could be helpful in getting some of those big books and just kind of reallocating the resources within my collection to things that I truly want. So keep an eye out for that. I hope you'll join me. I'll have all kinds of stuff from silver to modern. I'll even have a little bit of DC. I know I'm not a DC guy, but I do have some DC stuff that I picked up in lots and stuff. No big keys, but might be worth it for people who collect DC too, to get a few things for runs they might have, or if they just like the books that I have. I won't overpromise anything on the DC side, but I will have some of that, and of course tons and tons of Marvel. I'll have both slabs and raw, and yeah, just really excited to try it out, and hopefully it'll be successful. So just ask you to keep an eye out for that, and hopefully you'll join and get some great books. So that's it for me today. Until the next video, keep collecting.